welcome back. In this Black Excellist presentation, we will highlight the legendary black samurai Yasuke.
Welcome to blackexcellist.com, the site where we share black excellence, opulence, and affluence. Our mission is to inspire you as we enlighten you.
Almost 500 years ago, a 25-year-old 6 feet 2-inch African warrior arrived in Japan. He would go on to become the first foreign-born man to achieve the sacred status of a samurai warrior, and only one of 9 foreign-born ever to rise to such ranks. His name was Yasuke. Yasuke became a stalwart warrior and helped 16th century warlord Oda Nobunaga in his quest to unify Japan. We want to take some time out to highlight his tale of slavery, war, and rising up against the odds to reach the highest ranking social class in a war-torn Japan. In this original Black Excellist video, we are excited to present to you the story of Yasuke, the legendary black warrior in feudal Japan. And if you are into anime genre, we encourage you to check out the new Yasuke series on Netflix. But without further ado, let's get started. Yasuke was believed to be an African warrior originally from modern-day Mozambique, Ethiopia, or the Sudan. He became the personal assistant and bodyguard to Father Valgnano, an Italian Jesuit and missionary. Jesuits are a Roman Catholic religious order whose mission it is to spread Christianity into the 4 corners of the world. Father Valgnano was assigned as a Jesuit inspector to Asia, an extremely high position, which means Yasuke must have been quite trustworthy. Yasuke was an instant cultural curiosity when he landed with Father Valgnano's on the shores of Japan for an inspection tour in 1579. The 6 foot 2 inches dark-skinned bodyguard immediately caused quite a sensation, since the average height of a Japanese man is just 5'2". In March 1581, there was an event where hundreds of Japanese commoners raided a Jesuit church and trampled over one another just to get a glimpse of the African warrior. Several people were eventually crushed to death in the midst of the turmoil and excitement. News of the riot reached Japan's most powerful warlord of the 16th century, Oda Nobunaga. Lord Nobunaga was both a ruthless dictator and a visionary, compelled to unify the warring factions of Japan into one nation. Nobunaga became intrigued by the stories surrounding Yasuke and expressed a desire to see him. Yasuke is thought to have been the first African that Nobunaga had ever seen when he ordered Father Valgnano to bring Yasuke to his court. And thus, suspecting that his dark-colored skin was paint or ink, Oda ordered servants to scrub his skin. And although Nobunaga was perplexed, the fact that Yasuke already spoke some Japanese left a huge positive impression on Nobunaga. Being a talented conversationalist, Yasuke entertained Nobunaga with tales from Africa and India, where it is believed Yasuke spent some time before going to Japan. The African and the powerful warlord, both being warriors, got along well. And the more they conversated, the more Nobunaga became infatuated with the African missionary. There are even reports that Lord Nobunaga instructed his nephew to give Yasuke a sum of money at his very first encounter. Fascinated by the African's articulation and apparent fighting prowess, Lord Nobunaga insisted that Father Valgnano leave Yasuke behind to work for him as a bodyguard. As their relationship developed, Oda eventually elevated him to the prestigious rank of a samurai through a ceremony. The sacred samurai class was the highest ranking social caste in war-torn feudal Japan. It is quite a feat for a Japanese to reach the upper echelons of Japanese warrior class, and even greater accomplishment for a foreigner. But Yasuke was extraordinary. He was given a short Japanese sword called a katana, his own servant, a house, and a stipend. He was speaking Japanese fluently and was given a post of weapon bearer by Warlord Oda. Yasuke has now found himself as an official member of the Oda clan. The now former missionary was training for battle to help the warlord Nobunaga in his quest to unify Japan, a country ravaged by ongoing wars and power struggles. Before long, Yasuke, an African warrior, and the first foreign-born samurai was riding alongside Lord Nobunaga and Oda clan in war. He fought bravely and saw samurai combat firsthand in a series of major battles, earning the respect of the warlord and gaining praise from his peers in the Oda clan. He fought in the invasion of Iga province in 1581. Yasuke also joined Oda Nobunaga in the Battle of Tenmokuzan, considered the last stand of the Takeda clan. But things soon took a quick turn. There was another samurai general in the ranks that was secretly plotting to overthrow and kill Oda. The samurai's name was Mitsuhide Akechi. Akechi and his soldiers made the astute move one dark night as they stormed the Lord's castle in a bold, bloody, and defiant act of betrayal. Yasuke was present in Nobunaga's palace at the time of the invasion. He fought courageously and managed to hold off Akechi and his forces long enough for Nobunaga to retreat to a secret room. As Nobunaga remained trapped in the room on that fateful night, he had to make a decision while Yasuke and other soldiers fought to protect him. He would either die disgracefully and likely by decapitation, or he would die honorably at his own hands. Evading capture and avoiding a beheading, the warlord Nobunaga ended his own life by performing seppuku, a ritual suicide. Yasuke managed to survive the bloody invasion and he escaped. Intent on avenging his master's death, he joined forces with the army of Nobunaga's oldest son, Oda Nobutada, who also managed to escape. But Nobutada's army was soon defeated by General Akechi, and Yasuke was captured while fighting his forces at Nijo Castle. Akechi spared Yasuke's life only because he was not Japanese. Instead, he was taken as a prisoner of war and later released into Jesuit custody. Shortly thereafter, Yasuke would take up different missions on behalf of the Jesuits, fighting as a masterless samurai warrior in wars such as the Battle of Okitanawate in 1584. But after that battle, Yasuke disappeared from verifiable records. Some historians believe he may have perished while fighting in the Jesuit missions, or he may have even returned back to his homeland in Africa. But nearly 5 centuries later, his unusual life still continues to awe and inspire people.
We appreciate the fact that you stayed with us until the end. Thank you for spending time with us, and don't forget to like this video. Also, make sure you subscribe so that you never miss a video. Bye for now. We will see you tomorrow.